emojis in chat. Grind emojis in the chat. Oh my lord, what is going on, everybody? It's your boy Duty. That's right, folks. It is the day after hashtag TeamDivorce kicks off in the high gear. That's right. The writers for season 15 have just been chef's kiss. Chef's kiss. Awesome work, folks. Creating the excellent writing for the reality show that is DSP Gaming, folks. That's right. And TeamDivorce coin skyrocketed yesterday. That's right, folks. We got tons of new buyers that jumped on the bandwagon and ditched their Team Health coin. That's right, folks. So good news. Anyway, let's hear Phil on the Daily Wrap complain about his problems that, of course, are none of your business, but he'll use it for sympathy. Let's do this.
Just to be transparent here, I have had some stuff going on behind the scenes in my personal life that have nothing to do with my streams, nothing to do with these videos, nothing to do with my YouTube channel, but it's been affecting stuff, and today was a really bad day. Let's just put it that way, okay? I kind of talked about it, not what it was, but I talked about that this was happening today earlier on the podcast. Of course, some people very open to that understanding, saying, yes, we understand things happen in your personal life behind the scenes. They affect you. They might affect your demeanor. They might affect your attitude. They might affect the stress level you have today. And others, you know, trolls coming out and trying to ruin my life, you know, saying awful things and doing awful things to me today to try to make it even worse. What I can tell you is that basically the streams allowed me to keep my mind off of the awful stuff going on in my real life today, which was nice. I needed that. Although it was weird because it wasn't like they were chill streams at all. It was basically gameplay that was very, very difficult. Literally both streams today were incredibly difficult streams for me. But I persevered. People were very helpful and supportive during those streams. I really appreciate that. I got to let off a lot of steam on the Street Fighter stream and swear and insult people online, which I always do when I play. You guys know that. It actually allowed me to let off a lot of steam against scrubby players because I was winning, and I was like, yes, this is good. I can let out all this frustration and stress that I've been having in my real life here on stream tonight. So I just want to say thank you. If you were here live during either of my streams today and you were a nice person, you weren't a scumbag, you know, trying to be nasty, but if you were a nice person, thank you for that. You know, things might be rough in the next several days to weeks, I don't know, behind the scenes. Again, this is stuff I'm not going to talk about publicly, but when things are affecting me, I want to let people know, because the last thing I would want to do is get on a stream and basically erupt and or be unfair to the audience without you knowing that there's something going on. Today, very much, I could have lost my shit and gotten mad and really been a nasty person, and thankfully that did not happen, despite the fact that there were quite a few people trying to get me to do that. I was very happy with how the streams went, and in general, that was the feedback I got. So thank you for that and for understanding. People who were on the streams that were nice and positive today, you were awesome. You really were. You got me through the day. So on the Level 1 podcast, we had
a man who can't control their emotions is not a man. Phil, you're a 41-year-old man baby. You're sitting here telling me that you can't control your emotions. That's exactly what you're saying. So you need to come on and share some personal details, which of course is no one's business, like Phil likes to say, and don't pry and don't ask. But I need to share this personal tidbit so that if I treat you like shit, I have an excuse for treating you like shit. Is that what you're trying to tell us, Phil? Phil, you're a 41-year-old man. If you can't handle your business, Phil, then you just need to close up shop. You need to leave. You need to give up everything you own, and you just need to be a homeless bum or go live with your parents and live in the basement and just mooch off of them. Because if you can't handle stressful situations, Phil, without lashing or being an asshole towards people, then you have bigger problems, Phil. And the other thing too here is that, okay, you were concerned that if you were mean or banned people or yelled at people, that you wanted people to understand that there's something going on, so you have an excuse for being the asshole you are. You're an asshole every day. You ban people, you yell at people, you treat people like shit, you treat your viewers like garbage. There's nothing new. No one would have known any difference. And the mere fact that you're sitting here and saying, well, I don't want no, this is personal. I'm not talking about it, but yeah, talking about it. So don't ask me and don't bring it up. And don't troll me and be mean to me. You know how you avoid those issues, Phil? By not bringing it the fuck up, by not talking about it. No one would have known that you were going through this stressful situation unless you brought it up. No one would have known. People would have, if you would have been an asshole and been rude and been mean, people would have just assumed, oh, okay, this is just Phil's normal behavior. This is what Phil does every fucking day. Regardless of whether he's in a good mood or bad mood or not, he treats people like shit, so there's no difference. Anyway, this is the one thing too I wanted to focus on here is that this eerily reminds me of the days and weeks before Panda Lee left, where Phil talked about, oh, he's so happy. This was the best time of his life. He's never been happier. He got engaged. And then he started acting weird and people noticed that things were just off and then Panda Lee wasn't around. This eerily reminds me of that time. And I am pretty certain that TeamDivorce is in high gear. And they're either living, I know they're minimum they're living as roommates. We know that to be pretty certain. But I have a feeling that divorce is pending. She's looking for a place. She may have moved out. Or she's looking to move out because she's tired of living in that hellhole. And I don't blame her. She should have left years ago. The catalyst for me was the birthday. Phil didn't even bring it up. He didn't talk about it until the Dents brought it up and talked about it. And what did he say? He talked about it in glancing. He was just like, oh yeah, we're gonna do something, blah blah, yeah, whatever. And what they ended up doing on her birthday? Nothing. She stayed home and played Skyrim, and they ordered DoorDash. That's pathetic, Phil. That seriously tells me something went wrong. That tells me they did nothing. Like, even if she is there, they did exactly nothing. They just ordered food like they normally did, and Phil didn't even acknowledge this woman's birthday. And right here, he's giving you small little hints. He's talking about that the next few weeks, or for the unforeseeable future, things are going to be weird and different. And that tells me that it's finally in gear. Kat's sick and tired of the bullshit, and she decided, I'm out. She either found someone else, or she might be cheating on him, which could be the other case too, because we know Kat has a history of it. She cheated on Superman with Phil, and left. And again, I know there are other circumstances there of abuse or whatever the case is, but still, she has a tendency and a history of cheating and jumping to the other, where the grass is greener, she'll move on. So what's not to say that she found someone else and noticed that their grass is a lot greener and she jumped ship? And what's not to say that Phil didn't find out? That could be it as well. Anyway, just if you want to go back and take a look at these streams during right before Panda Lee left, they're eerily similar to what's going on now. Let's keep going. By the way, let me just skip here because he rambles on about Life of P and Street Fighter, and no one cares about that. Let's go. Let's see. Where are we? Is this it?
It was accomplished, and I was like, wow. Just fold like a deck of cards. They just are a house of cards. One, when they're past me, vent screaming, I was yelling.
Okay, here it is right here. Let's do that.
I was insulting. I was doing all kinds of stuff, but people found it entertaining, and I was able to get it out of me. Feeling so stressed out at everything going on, in my life, and it was nice to be able to do that with an audience. Of course, some people again being toxic or whatever, but I brushed them off. I ignored them. It was great. And now, moving forward. In Street Fighter 6, I'm either going to use the new character, Aki, or I'm going to use these three characters, Lily, Blanca, and Honda, at master level. I am not taking on any other characters right now. I just want to focus my game on that. Maybe in the future it will change. For now, I want to focus on the characters I've got and get better with them. Play these master matches, see how well I can do, okay? Okay, so, hey guys, that is it. Thank you all so very much. What a great, awesome, fun, relieving streaming day. As stressful as it was, as tough as it was a good way to take my mind off things and actually because I did what I accomplished, right? Because I set out to beat this boss. I set out to get master rank with Lily. I did it. Definitely made me feel good and forget about the crap. So thank you for that. All right, have a good night.
Again, folks, let's not forget, it's none of your business, but I'm going to keep bringing it up as much as I can to let you know that, hey, something is wrong. I'm pretty sure the reason why he's not talking about it is because, as we know, Panda Lee, excuse me, not Panda Lee, oh my lord, why did I say Panda Lee? Kat has the testicles locked in a lockbox with Phil, and I think she laid the hammer down years ago about Phil talking about Kat. She doesn't like when he brings her up. He doesn't like when he discusses her business, unless it's like peripheral stupid stuff like her cooking something, whatever. When it comes to Kat's business, Kat's like, no, don't bring me up, don't talk about me, or we're gonna have a problem. So credit for her for standing up for herself. So that's the reason why Phil is being so vague here, really not talking about it too in depth. But of course, Phil can't help himself. He needs to vent, and he needs to tell everyone that, oh, woe is me, I'm having problems. Feel sympathy and pity for me. That's not how it works, Phil. You have a base of people that hate you, a large base of people that hate you, and everything you do and say that's even reflectively negative towards you, it's going to blow up. It is, and you know this, and yet you continue to do this. You continue to expose yourself and talk about your problems. How many times have I told you, Phil, stop oversharing? Stop talking about it. Just stream, talk about games, talk about news, whatever the hell you want to do, but don't talk about your personal life, because it's going to be, yes, used against you. You are correct. It's funny that you're so self-aware to a point that you know that when you talk about your personal business, it's going to be used against you, but you continue to talk about your personal business. It makes no sense, Phil. It's a compulsion. It's a habit. I don't know if it's because of your narcissism, which could be it, because it's probably your narcissism. You feel like you're smart enough, you're smarter than everyone else, that you can, if you get into a problem, you can talk your way out of it, whatever, and that's probably why you do it. But yeah, it's fun. I can't wait for the next few days to see if Phil continues this mopiness and this broodingness. Phil, being broody only works for tall, handsome men. You can't pull it off. You can't pull off being broody, Phil. It doesn't work. Anyway, don't forget, folks, buy in TeamDivorce. There's still some stock and coins left. Invest before it gets too late. Dump Team Health. That's not going to get you anywhere. And don't forget, 50% of all marriages end in divorce. So whether it be today, tomorrow, next year, in 5 years, TeamDivorce always wins. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Peace out.